Hey everybody, going to do a quick review on the Slingbox 500. Um, if you don't know what a Slingbox is, basically what a Slingbox does is it allows you to stream your cable TV from your living room through the web or on a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer, which is very cool and very convenient depending on what you're doing. And let's say you can't always be on your living room couch watching TV, you can actually take your TV on the go, which is very cool. Um, to start off, this is what the Slingbox 500 looks like. It's a little non-traditional because it's not just a regular boring rectangle. It's got a weird looking look. But overall, it's roughly maybe 12 inches across. I could be wrong. But the front of it is very basic. There's an LED here, LED there. One's for power, one's for connectivity. Over here is like some LEDs over here in the shape of like a upside down U or a horseshoe. That's their logo. So that is the front of the device. Now, when you look at the back, this is what the back of the device looks like, where you have your power here. If you need to reset your settings and start from scratch, you can just hit the reset button. The IR input right here basically controls this. And this is a IR transmitter, I believe. And you plug that into the back right here, and you are able to use the remote control that comes with the device. The remote control is very easy to use. It's very simple, very basic. And yeah, moving back to the back of the device, it comes with a USB input. Now, what you can do, which is something that I have done, I connected a external hard drive to the Slingbox 500, and on that hard drive I have a bunch of my multimedia, like my pictures, video, like home movies of my family, and even movies I've purchased that I've put on the hard drive, and I can access those at any time. I can access them through the television, the computer, or even the smartphone app, which is very cool. It basically makes the external hard drive that I plugged in like its own media server, which is awesome. Coming up next is the Ethernet input. That's pretty self-explanatory. Connects to your router. The HDMI in, the HDMI out. The HDMI in is when you plug the HDMI out from your cable box. It goes to the HDMI in of the Slingbox 500, and then the HDMI out goes to the television. The thing about this is, when you deal with HDMI, there's something in place called HDCP. What that basically is a restriction with HDMI that is a restriction put in place so you can't pirate movies. Like, let's say I wanted to pirate some TV show. I can just hit record on my computer while I'm streaming it, and I could save it. No, you can't do that because of HDCP restrictions. Now, the way Slingbox gets around this, because not every network on television has HDCP protection, but most, like, the major networks do. So to get around this, they have a workaround where they have, I forget if it's component or composite. It doesn't matter. So they have the input and output, and whenever you view a channel without the HDCP restrictions, you can use HDMI. But if you connect this at the same time, those network channels with that protection will stream through this. So that's a workaround to get around the HDCP copyright protection. So moving along, let's say I want to watch TV from my laptop. I'm on my laptop right now. I'll get to the app in a moment. You basically go to slingbox.com and you sign in, and there's a tab right here that says watch. You click on watch, and it's going to initialize, and it's going to log in to your Slingbox 500. Now, the thing is, if I'm remotely viewing my TV on the web or on a smartphone app, if there's somebody in the living room trying to watch TV, they cannot view it at the same time. It's a little bit of a bummer, but what can you do? It's just the way it is. So when you launch it from the website, this is going to come up, and I've tailored the Slingbox to my specific cable box, and this is what my remote control looks like. And it works just like any other remote. I can access my DVR by hitting list. I'll do that real quick. I have an old cable box, so it's kind of slow. I put that at fault in my cable box being old, not the Slingbox. So I hit list, and here's my DVR list. Let's say I'm at work and I have a few minutes on my break. I want to watch a little TV. I can just break out my phone, or even at my desk, I can log into the website and view my DVR from here. If I don't want to watch DVR, I just want to watch regular TV, that can also be done. Just, change the channels like normal. Yeah. And that's how you do that. Okay, this is the interface on the device itself. This is on the TV. You can't view this interface on the web or on the smartphone app. You can access the settings on the web that look a lot like this, but you cannot actually, sorry about that, you cannot actually access it from anywhere else but the actual TV. Now on the top it says live TV, then it says my media. Now the my media is, earlier I had mentioned that I have an external hard drive connected to the Slingbox 500, and this is where I would access it. One cool thing about this is Blockbuster on demand. Now, a lot of Blockbuster videos have gone out of business. I know in my area, almost all of them have literally disappeared. I can still rent a movie from Blockbuster by using Blockbuster on demand, courtesy of the Slingbox 500. There's also Dish World. I don't really use that, however it's there if I ever wanted to. There's settings, and it has like resolution, input, network, all that stuff. There's also a news section where you can see the latest news from Slingbox. It's right there on the device itself, and the about. So that is the interface when you view it through the remote control. Now you can also view your TV through a smartphone app. They have Android and iOS that work on all the iOS devices and all the Android devices. Granted, you need to have specific requirements on those devices to do it, but basically you need to have a little bit fairly newer device to use it. You can't use a dinosaur smartphone and do it. Some of the problems with the app, whether it be Android or Mac, or iOS rather, is the app itself costs $15 or $14.99. That would be okay. However, you have to purchase that app for every single device. Let's say I had 3 iOS devices and 2 Androids. I would have to purchase the app on each of those devices. So that is something that I'm not too fond of. However, it is what it is. Some of the system requirements, it does work on Windows PC and Macintosh, so that is cool. You need to have an Intel Core 2 Duo or better, DirectX 9. Again, works on iOS, Windows 7, 8. And it works in all the major browsers. As you can see, some of the other specs that I'm not really covering. What comes in the box, this is the box contents, it's the device, the quick start, one composite, one component cable, HDMI cable, a stereo audio cable, the Ethernet, the AC adapter, the remote, and the IR transmitter. So that is that. Okay, that is pretty much it. That is basically the main features of this, and I personally think this is very cool. I talked to some of the people in the community, like on the forum of slingbox.com, and one guy said that he uses the Slingbox to view TV on his smartphone when he goes to the restroom. It's kind of gross, but whatever works. You know, this guy uses it for that, and I basically, if I want to watch TV when I'm not at home, I would basically do it from my job, and I would probably use the website more than the app, but it's whatever you want to do. This has been the Slingbox 500. It's a very cool device. I really, really recommend it. It runs roughly $299 retail, and in my personal opinion, I think that is completely justified because there's not a lot of devices out there on the market that allows you to take your TV anywhere. There are some, but this one is one of the more well-known ones, and Slingbox really knocked it out of the park with this one. I want to say thank you for watching, and let me know what you think. Just make a comment, like, and just subscribe. Thanks a lot.